Hey y'all, this is Eno777, and today is a bit of a different video, because this is not a limited battle video, well just yet, because count is gonna drop soon, and it is not a summoning session in a sense. A few days ago, Fire Emblem Heroes has officially announced that we were getting an update with Arena. Not only were they switching up the rewards, but we were also getting a free 4-star special on our 5th consecutive win just for free, in a sense. You gotta work for it, or you just do normal difficulties, which I'm not surprised. But this was basically a guaranteed 4-star special at random, depending on if the color wheel was nice to you or not. So today I kind of just wanted to do a little fun video. In my opinion, it might not be fun to others, it might just be cringe, and I don't blame you. It's just fun to me. So I wanted to kind of try and create a video about all of the summons that I was able to get from the arena over the past years on both my main account and my alternative account. Now I'm not going to go through every unit that I got, because not only are some duped, but a lot fall into this very single category when I organize this, and I kind of just know it'll be a lot of editing to do if I did every single one and try and talk about this unit, whether if I kept him, whether if I foddered him, whether if they're kind of just piling up in manuals, etc, etc. So I will kind of just mainly go through the units that are more than once that I've obtained, and I'll only go through just a few units from the single time that I've gotten from Arena Gamba ticket. Kind of like because they have a big significance to me, or it feels like a curse in a sense, or curse quote unquote. So yeah. First up, we have my main account, as I show the units that I've gotten on my main account over the past year. And right off the bat, I'm looking at who I've gotten 3 times from Arena, and I'm not surprised on 2/3 of these. First up being Nyla. Nyla kind of just stalked me in the beginning before even Arena. I'm not gonna lie, if I went through my units that have her fodder, she would be over +5 if I decided to keep her and merged her up. I wanted to try and use her even once she got her refined. I just didn't. She just became benched, and I told myself I feel like I get more use out of this encounter and no sleeves disrupt in a sense, and I did, mainly for DC. I don't know why though that she still wants to show up via Arena. I guess she still wants me to +10 her. If I would have kept her manuals, as I said, I would, but I didn't. So she's still gonna be fodder to this day, sadly. Unless I decide to +10 her finally. But the amount of copies that I've already burned from before and during arena tickets, yeah, that kind of stinks a bit. The second one that I'm not surprised about is Cliff. And why am I not surprised? Because once I finally got my first copy of Cliff via Arena, I was hyped. I liked his art, I liked the design, I thought his refine was good. He just became benched after a month or 2. Because then I realized if I wanted to invest in him, I didn't want to focus on attack skills because his refine wants to have less attacks in the foe. And I don't know why that bugged me, because I think nowadays you really want attack. There's very few units that want lower attacks than the foes, whether if they're a premium unit or a demo, like Selena for example. But that's kind of what ruined the spark for Cliff to me, and I kind of wish it didn't, but now I kind of just groan and complain when I see him now, whether if it's because of Arena or not, and then I just find a way to fodder him. Just kind of like Nyla, where it's like, I don't think I need your fodder right now, but I'm gonna find a way to fodder you, and I do, eventually. It's sad, but it's the truth. Next up, we have a Drift Mailcoin, where at this point, his fodder really became outdated, to where I kind of just went, okay, I'll merge you up. don't really have a good build right now, but I'll merge you up still. And one of my friends is very jelly every time I keep getting him, because he wants to merge up a Drift Male Corn to +10, but at the time he ended up foddering him in the past because he wasn't doing much for him as well, if I remember correctly. And I think he finally did get one now, and I said don't fodder him, but it's like his main source now is prerequisite Nafu for physical and magical Nafu, and his copy was also minus attack, so that's not really a good start in my opinion. If I could give him all my copies though, I would, just to help him start with a decent amount of merges. I think mine was like +2 or well, it has to be +2. I just don't remember if I had any more outside of the arena tickets. But hopefully I do get a not merge. I do hope I can get a budget build in the future for him, for my Drift Corn. But I am now getting attached to the art, honestly. I don't know why. I do know. No. It's late. I might know, but I'm not really. And now I'll see the reason why some people think this video is cringe. Anyways, next up we go to the units I've gotten twice on this account. Brave Ike. I love Brave Ike. His Resplendent is like a toss-up coin. I feel like I like it, but at the same time, I just feel like his OG art stands out more since it's a Brave unit. Donning his father's clothes. This Ike that we got for Resplendent doesn't have the same charm. Sadly though, he is a 2018-2019 build, in a sense, with, I'll show you my build, really just got one Annihilus fodder, and not really a whole lot other than that. I do want to try and update his build again in the future, but I just feel like with more faves that I want to build, it kind of just leaves Spike in the dust. But I'm still glad to have gotten a couple copies from Arena to merch him up even more. Hopefully he'll be +10 in the future when I pull more. Bina. Okay, so she's a dancer, and we know she's been robbed from getting refined. Baby Mars got refined. I kind of just feel like Bina slowly started to creep on me when it came to Arena. But Zen, I don't know. She kind of just didn't bother me anymore after the first two, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I'll give you a decent build. I gave her like a manual from Ascended Celica to be L&D4 to be a bit offensive, and then Infantry Nafu to be supportive still. I still kind of wish that she did get the same refine that Baby Mars got, because looking at it again, it doesn't feel meta breaking to where they had to separate Athena from it. But this is IS we're talking about, and if you're a dancer that isn't a part of a legendary or mythic form, you don't really get rights. And I don't even think duos in harmonics are gonna get the refined treatment, even if they're a dancer. We might have to wait and see, but I think we already skipped out on Dancer Sigurd, which is a bit of a rip moment, but we can't really do much about it. Speaking of Sigurd, OG Sigurd. Really glad he got that Resplendent. I was very excited once I saw 2 of him come home for me. He is going to be an eventual +10 project, but with how orb frugal I have to be right now, I can't really go for his banner unless I'm willing to spend like 50 to 100 orbs. But honestly, doing my best with the current merges I have with him, especially thanks to this arena ticket. Yeah. Tana, she's not really creeping on me compared to Nyla and Cliff. However, she's benched. I really like her OG art. When she got the Resplendent, I don't know. The Resplendent really didn't stand out for me. I'm like, at least the stats will help in a sense, but if I ever got her Resplendent, I'd probably keep her OG art on. Like, I wouldn't say I hate her Resplendent. It just doesn't stand out to me compared to her OG art, even though it's, you know who, his artist. But eventually I might end up booking her and make her Sword and Guidance prerequisite, not Sword and Guidance, Guidance 4 prerequisite, because I don't think it's added in the 3 to 4-star general pool. I think at most it's on the Grail pool with 4-star alarm. I think you have to be her 5-star now. And now we go through the list of who kind of stands out the most from my single copies from Arena. Looking through these candidates, maybe Lif. I was kind of glad to see at least one Lif, because I do like his Resplendent, and he's also in the same case with Sigurd, being halfway merged, but only one copy from Arena. I'm still trying to get him a better build, but right now he's kind of working with what fodder I have at the moment, which is a bit of a rip. I'd also probably say Harden, if it's the right account, because I think my Harden is trying to be accidentally plus 10. So the one time I saw him on my Arena, I'm like, here you are again. But now making this chart, he's only appeared once for my main, and I'm like, oh, okay. But here you are, for the first time in the Arena. They didn't really give him an exciting build, because like when you're Narming, you need a savior. I gave him something though. It's better than nothing, you know? I feel like Vector stands out from being a single copy, because sometimes when I go for Vector, he's easy to come home and merge. Other times, he doesn't come home easily, and other times when he doesn't even have a focus, he'll just come home. My Vector is sadly stuck now at +9 as I'm recording this. Especially since this is after the weekly revival has already been out for a bit. And I just couldn't get the last copy to where I told myself I need to stop or else my orbs are going to be gone. And it's best to wait to see if I can get one via Arena ticket coming up, or just wait for his inevitable Resplendent, because as we know, Brave Ephraim is our first CYL2 unit that's getting Resplendent, so he's inevitable. So, did I make a mistake of spending orbs on him tonight? I wouldn't say so. I did get a Brave Crom out of it, so my Brave Crom's +6, but that's kind of outside of Arena topic, I guess. No, it's still in sense. Gatry, yes, Gatry. I do want to +10 him. I really wish he could have appeared on the Passive Radiance Hollow Forms, but I still think I got a W out of this Hollow Forms because of Legendary Ike and Winter Black Knight. But at least seeing one Gatry from Arena still brought me a bit of joy. I need to give him a savior, unlike Harden. Harden kind of just exists. Gatry, though, I want to give him saviors so that I can use him more. I still use him quite a bit. I see. The HM might say otherwise, though. Oh yeah, and Fallen Bakut. And Ninigan. Okay, we'll do Fallen Bakut first. Fallen Bakut also has a revival right now, but as I just said, I need to be orb frugal after spending on Vector. I might spend some orbs later down the week, but I'm not 100% confident because Winter Banner trailer we need to see, and I do want to get a merge or two on New Year's Asker in January, and then I want to get Legendary Ryoma merge or two on his Hollow Forms in February. He's getting one, that's for sure. And in March, I think is my only break, but only for the sake of we are getting the Hero Rising voting over with, and then we will be heading into the voting gauntlet. So my main isn't safe from orbs. Sad truth. But seeing that one merge from Arena for Fallen Bakut, it was pretty good to see, since he's very close to getting +10. He's in the same boat as he's in the same boat as Vector. It's just that I don't think he's ever getting Resplendent unless they do Fallen Celica Resplendent, for example. And then Ninian. I wanted to mention Ninian because this account has her Resplendent. He's getting up there, honestly. She should at least be +5 or +6. But I think her art is pretty. And then I realized it just looks like Ninian didn't really do a whole lot with the art because it's Niffle and it kind of blends in too well with Ninian. But that's besides the point. Seeing just one Ninian on my Arena account is also kind of a case of, oh yes, you're going to be +10 soon. I don't know when, but here we are. And next up, even though this is basically my other account, I should not say next, saying I'm doing more accounts, is my alt. And you can tell this is a bit more different because RNG, we cannot decide our fate. We have been decided by RNG, and there is only one person that has been appeared more than twice, thrice. And this unit is the main reason why I'm trying to make sure to record this, because at the time when I made the chart, female Morgan was at +6. Do you want to know what she does? She shows up on the weekly revival with Spectre, and I free pull her. So now she's +7. I did give her a build before she became +6-7. Like B-Dual Flying 4, I had a spare Aranus. I gave her Joint Drive Res from an Amy. Sabotage Speed, I think it was from an Ewan manual we got. It's better than nothing. But the fact that she's getting closer to +10, I'm kind of like, do I have to give you Beyond Plumeria in the future? It depends. Because it's like, if I willingly go for Beyond Plumeria copy, then I will say that female Morgan is a candidate, but I wouldn't say a randomly candidate. Unless I'm just lying to myself in the future, and then she's my second unit that gets her fodder. But, female Morgan kind of scares me in Arena. She's the new main cursor on my alt Arena, as we know with my main being Cliff and Nyla right now. And then we move to, the double copies. Larce, I don't think I've really done a whole much with Larce. I think I foddered her once with Repel or Solo 3, and then I ended up manual 1 just in case I need Repel 4 fodder whenever I get Repel 4 fodder. Can't really say a lot with Larce since I never kept her. So, Mel Bylus, I think at the time, DC and Retro Sky was like the main thing you want from him, but nowadays it's just decent to help with scoring, in my opinion, and that's fine. I think I still have a copy of Melbylus that I haven't foddered yet. I think I at least foddered one to Balsis? I may be wrong. I don't remember. Because when it comes to Nyla, I do remember who all I foddered her to. Bylus still, whether it counts I'm talking from, I don't fully remember. And it's a sad truth. I do like his art, but even when he got it refined, I feel like he would have just been bent regardless. This used to be my main cursor on my alt from Arena and in general, Idun. For some reason, whether if she has a focus or not, she starts coming home, and I think she's in the same case with Nyla, where if I would have kept all of her copies, she would have been +6 or 7 in my opinion. A scary thought. I like her. I feel like she is the same case with Nyla, where I like her art, but she's just been benched. And even after her refine, I just didn't have full convincement to kind of just keep her for the rest of my time and merge her up. So she's been Fortress Defentress fodder, just like Cliff. And it's been to the point where I might need another Fortress Defentress fodder, and it's sad, so yeah, dude, if you want to come home again, I don't mind, because I need your fodder, sadly. And earlier, speaking about female Morgan with her fodder, the double Aranus, I don't remember why I'm keeping one still as a manual. I feel like I should just fodder her at this point just for Beetle Flying 4. And, I think she just comes in handy just in case. No, I think I did get an Aranus outside of Arena, and I foddered her, I think, to Gale and female Morgan. But I still literally have another manual saved right now just in case of emergency to build a Lance Flyer. I don't think Summer Mills just needs it right now. I think he scores more outside of the Beetle fine for. Yeah. Again, speaking of Fallen earlier, Fallen Celica. It's sad because I do like the art, but she's +4 to copies coming from Arena, and she's benched. I never sent any home because I just said like, well, her refine's decent, so like I'll merge her. But now she's in my reserves, kind of waiting to get a build update. So maybe, as I'm recording this, maybe I can give my LRC manual to Fallen Celica and try and work around a build for her. I don't know what though, because if I give her Repel 3, I might try and do Attack Speed Souls then, but I don't know. I might find a budget build. A budget, as I say, LRC. I might find a decent build for her, but she might still be in my reserve, sadly. And the last double arena is Sirius, where I really liked his art. I can't say design because, spoilers alert, he is Camus from Mystery, and Sirius is from Mystery. You know, just put on a mask and bam, you're a completely different person in Fire Emblem logic. And I finally had gotten one copy as an off focus, and then 2 more just decided to come on my arena. I'm like, I will take this as a W. And then this Refine came, and I'm like, Pog. He's not really getting a full maxed out investment build on him, but I do hopefully can give him Clash 4, I think, and Speed Smoke 4 in the future for him. I think he'll be really strong once I get more merges and an invested build on him, but right now he's kind of just running double solos. And here are my singular arena tickets. One that I can say that can stand out instantly is Tibarn, because I went for red for him because he was my early merge project after a few other, I think after a unit or 2, and the struggle just felt real when he got a weekly revival because I didn't get a whole lot of merges on him. And then while I was in BC doing my free summon on the arena ticket, that's when I got a copy of him, and I kind of scared my friends a bit because they didn't hear me. They rarely hear me like cry or in shock at the time, so they kind of got worried and was like, "Zeno, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "I got a Tibarn, I got a Tibby," as I call him, and I was just ecstatic. I think that had at the time got him the +8, and then I was able to get his last 2 copies on his next weekly rival. And I enjoy using him. I do switch out my Owain for him in arena every now and then. He's still pretty fun to use. I do kind of feel like he's fallen off a bit. And once we get an arcane beast weapon, I do think I might need to go for it. I think it's a niche weapon refine he has, but I do think when compared to other Lagoons and beast refines, I do think Tibarn sadly got one of the short end of the sticks. Adrift Camilla, I think should be pointed out for this account because for the longest time I had one and I didn't really want to fodder her because of how her fodder didn't stand out to me, but she was also minus attack, so she wasn't really been used at the time. But also I just didn't want to send her home, so I didn't know what to do with her, and I put her in the reserves until she finally popped up for the first time in the arena, and I said, Pog, I will merge you. And then I decided to give her a decent build. I believe it was Arduo flying for, I think, guard, because I didn't really have the best B skills for her since range flyers and cav flyer. No, wait. Yeah, range flyers and calves don't really have a lot of B skills to work with outside of Trace at the time. Now we have like CO4s, and if you're a mage or dragon, or well, if you're a mage flyer, for example, a cult something? I forgot about it already, but I know it's from Mystic Gold Fed. We're kind of finally getting more fodder for B skills for ranged flyers and calves, but Adrift Camilla is kind of working with guards here, sadly. And then I believe like a rain. She gets used every now and then. I did refine her, so like she is a good debuffer on a team if she's not really in combat. Shiro. This one's kind of a bit my fault when I was writing all this down each week, I feel like he shouldn't count. But the problem is, I didn't write one name down on my arena week. And then I looked through my Discord servers that I'm in and my other social medias. I couldn't find who it was. And it was to a point where I'm kind of just saying, I'm going to just say Shiro. I'm probably wrong, but I can't find any evidence on this specific month and week that it was Shiro or not. So he's kind of a filler, and I can't really praise him if I'm wrong. So I'm just saying that real quick for a few of my friends that kind of go, "Did you actually get Shiro on Arena?" I don't think I did, but he's kind of just the filler. So yeah. And oh, Zelgius, yes. I think that's like the main last standout on this account is Zelgius. For the longest time, I wanted a Zelgius copy. I was in shambles when I keep seeing other people get Zelgiuses. Like, they kind of just go, "Can someone take him?" And I'm like, "I'll take him." He never really came home. Until recently, like a month or two ago, I finally got a copy. I was just glad to have him. He doesn't have a build, he has base kit. But I was just glad to see him finally, and I went, "Hallelujah, thank you. I will do my best to get him fodder." Because I think at most I have near safe fodder, even though he has a DC weapon, so I probably might want a far safe fodder. We will just have to wait and see. But I am just glad that I got a Zelgius finally. Even though it's on my own. I don't care. It's a copy. And yeah. I guess this is kind of considered like a chit chat video for me. Because this is gonna be a lot of editing in my opinion. But I kinda wanted to just make a video that isn't really a summoning nor limited battles. And this is kind of something that kind of thought to myself, where it's like, wow, it's going to be a year since Arena. Did I actually get good luck on each account? In a sense, yes and no. I do think I have my ups, and I do think I've gotten my downs. Uphills, downhills. But I think that's destined for anyone that plays Fire Emblem. Whether if you're doing Arena or regular summons, you're going to have good luck, and you're going to have bad luck. And this is no joke for Arena, because even when trying to color swipe, you might not even get your said color. Like, most of my accounts right now are trying to go for blue for like Vector, Shiro, Fallen Baku, for example. And there's going to be moments where it's an all color circle, and your fear might be, I might get a mist. I don't use mist that much. Help. And that's just kind of the tough nut we have. So now I'm kind of just rambling a bit. But hey. This is kind of just more on a chill side, and I kind of hope you enjoyed seeing what kind of luck I've had with my summoning videos. I feel like I could talk more about other units, but every time I kept talking, which is literally what this video is, I kind of just feel like I need to move on. And then I look to other units, it's like, should I talk about them? Nah. Like Hubert, I could have talked about him, but I'm running out of time because I want to sleep. I do care about Hubert. That's what I'm on my ult. There we go. Anyways, if you are up to the end of this video, thank you for watching, and I hope your summonings, especially for RNG Arena, goes well. And I will see you in the next video, whether if it's Faye for Asker or Sekai for New Year's, or even, well, I think that isn't in order at this point. So most likely, Asker summons to Sekai summons to, I believe, Kuro summons. Because yes, New Year's, Feature Scout, which Ensemble Stars I rarely do summons for. And I should stop talking now. And have a good day. See ya.